is, let us not forget to find us. Let us not forget to find us, Youth Leader Pavani.
Am I audible? The great Mr. Albert Einstein once said that logic takes us from A to B, but creativity takes us everywhere. How many of you agree with this? Respected Toastmasters, parents, and my dear fellow youth leaders, good evening.
Good evening.
Back in 2010, we were on our vacations in India. My vacations always meant fun, frolic, and mischievous adventure for me. But it meant an equal amount of trouble and caution for my mom. During that time, on one afternoon, my mom came up with a strategy to control my tantrums. She beckoned me. Babu, practice your handwriting, lest you lose your writing skills. Mom always had those neatly prepared practice books. So very happily for her, but so sadly for me. Practicing handwriting in the first week of vacations? Friends, I'm sure you all can understand my situation. Mom was in the kitchen and I was sitting alone. I reluctantly picked up my notebook and started browsing through the sections of my neat hate book. First section, English writing. Second section, Hindi writing. And third section, Arabic. My vacations are now ruined. Any guesses which one did I start with?
Arabic. English.
No. I started with the empty last page. My favorite section, which gives me the freedom to practice my creative skills. I started drawing dancing alphabets and scribbling in my last page. Until my mom started yelling from behind. Babu, what are you doing? And then it happened. The last page of my notebook was printed on my cheeks. My buzzer turned on immediately, which brought my aunt running. Auntie, Mama hit me! I started crying loudly. And then my aunt, who's an art therapist, consoled me and counseled my mother. She shared an experience with us. Once, she had been counseling a little boy who was mentally depressed. After many clinical psychiatrists had written him off, as he was reluctant to speak. My aunt found a strange thing about him. She found this while leafing through his notebook. It was something like this. Can everybody see this picture?
Yes.
Isn't something missing in the picture? It is the mouth, the lady standing on the step without a mouth. These were the clues which helped my aunt reach the problem. Actually, the problem was that the boy had a stepmother who always used to shout at him, oppress him, and never let him speak. My aunt reached the root cause of the problem and helped that little child. Why? I had my empathy for that little child. I was thankful for my parents for the way they encouraged the last pages and sections of my life. My flair in dancing and singing and my creative skills. Dear youth leaders, I'm not here to talk about fears or oppression. Instead, I'm here to talk about those last pages and sections of each one of us, which we forget to focus on adequately while dwelling in a routine course. It is definitely important, but within us, our parents and friends, lie those important and invaluable last pages, which are our latent talents. The great Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. How many of you know that he served at his tea shop before? He became what he is today because of the way he nurtured his last pages, his latent oratory, literary and governance skills. Dear youth leaders, how many of you feel that we have our precious last pages of our notebook in our life? How many of you feel that we are spending adequate time to nurture them? Some of us are maybe totally ignoring them, but can we find time to groom them? My fervent appeal this evening is that these last pages are so precious, so unique, and so valuable. Can we really find time to groom them? Can we practice them like we practice our skills in YLP? How many of you thought that we would be spending our weekend evenings in a meeting like this? But we found time, right? Dear youth leaders, who knows, there may be a prime minister, an artist, or the future Albert Einstein in our team. Let us try to find them in us. Let us focus on our goals. Let us not forget to focus on our own last pages. Thank you. Over to you.